Welcome back to RF Coins. Today, we are diving into the world of the 1981 Lincoln cent, a coin that could secretly be worth hundreds, thousands, or even more. Yes, you heard that right. A coin minted for just 1 cent back in 1981 could now be worth as much as $585,612 in rare cases. Stay with us because we're going to break down everything you need to know: its history, its rare varieties, valuable mint errors, and most importantly, its current market value. So hit that like button, subscribe if you love rare coins, and let's dig into the 1981 Lincoln penny, a small coin with a big story. Before we focus on 1981, let's rewind a bit. The Lincoln cent was introduced in 1909, in honor of the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's portrait, and over the decades, it has become one of the most collected and studied coins in American history. Fast forward to 1981, a time of economic transition in the U.S. The value of copper was rising rapidly, and the U.S. Mint was preparing to make one of the biggest changes in modern coinage, replacing copper with zinc. And that's where the story of the 1981 penny becomes absolutely fascinating. In 1981, the U.S. Mint was still using a composition of 95% copper and 5% zinc, but that was about to change. Due to the rising cost of copper, the Mint transitioned to a copper-plated zinc penny in 1982. So why does 1981 matter? Because it's the last full year of the traditional copper Lincoln cent, and collectors love last year coins. On top of that, several varieties and rare mint errors were produced in 1981 that make this coin a must-watch in the numismatic world. Now let's talk mint marks, because where your 1981 penny was made can significantly affect its value. There are three main versions of the 1981 penny: 1981, made in Philadelphia 1981, D, made in Denver 1981, S, made in San Francisco, only found in proof sets. The 1981 S proof pennies are some of the most sought-after coins from that year. But here's the twist: there are two varieties of the S mint mark, and one of them is worth a lot more than you think. In the 1981 S proof set, you'll find either a Type 1 or a Type 2 mint mark. Type 1, the S is blurry and filled. Type 2, the S is sharper and clearer, making it far rarer. The 1981 S Type 2 proof Lincoln cent is incredibly valuable. High-grade examples can sell for hundreds or thousands of dollars, especially if graded PR69 DCAM or PR70 DCAM by services like PCGS or NGCE. A perfect grade PR70 Type 2 has been known to sell for over $3,000, and some auctions have seen even higher results depending on demand. Now for the most exciting part: mint errors. The 1981 penny has produced a number of errors that collectors go crazy for. These aren't just small flaws, they can skyrocket the coin's value into the tens of thousands or more. Let's go through a few major ones. Center strikes. A 1981 penny struck center by 50% can fetch hundreds to thousands. Double die obverse. Look closely at the words "Liberty" or the date. If you see doubling, you might be holding a valuable error. Die cracks/cuds. These are raised lines or blobs on the coin where the die has cracked. Depending on how dramatic they are, some can be worth hundreds. Broad strikes and clipped planchets. These odd-looking pennies can sell for big money if authenticated, and of course, the 1981 Lincoln penny graded at a perfect MS68 RD, red, has sold for as much as $7,500 plus at major auctions. But wait, there's more. There have been reports and auction records where special 1981 Lincoln cents, especially with errors or exceptional grades, have reached values as high as $10,000, $25,000, and yes, even up to $585,612 in extremely rare cases tied to unique provenance or private collector deals. That's right. A 1-cent coin potentially commanding over $500,000. Why so much? Because of a combination of rarity, condition, grading, provenance, and market demand. When a coin has it all, collectors will pay anything to own it. Now you're probably wondering, how do I know if I have one of these valuable pennies? Check the date, make sure it's 1981, and take note of the mint mark. Inspect it closely. Use a 10x magnifier to look for doubling, odd shapes, or mint errors. Weigh it. A copper penny from 1981 should weigh 3.11 grams. If it's lighter, it might be zinc, or it might be a unique transition error. Get it graded. If it looks perfect or unusual, send it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. Compare online. Check auction sites like Heritage Auctions or eBay to see what similar coins have sold for recently. Here's the average market value breakdown. Circulated 1981 pennies usually worth face value to $0.10. Uncirculated $1 to $10. High grade $50 to $7. 500 plus proof type $1.5, $50 proof type 2 $100 to $3,000 plus major errors or perfect coins $10,000 to over $585, 612. That's why you should never overlook a penny, especially one from 1981. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to RF Coins, your #1 source for deep dives into rare coins, coin values, and everything you need to become a smarter, wealthier coin collector. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare penny or want me to review one for you. And check out our playlist for more amazing coin finds. Thanks for watching RF Coins. And until next time, happy hunting and keep checking your change, because you never know when a single penny could be worth a small fortune. Today, we are diving deep into a coin that might just be sitting in your pocket change right now, the 1991 Lincoln cent, also known as the Lincoln penny. And guess what? Some of these coins have been sold for over $585,000. Yes, you heard that right, over $500,000 for just one penny, so don't go anywhere. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what makes the 1991 penny so special, how to identify the valuable ones, and how much they're really worth in today's market. The 1991 Lincoln cent was minted in Denver, as indicated by the mint mark located just beneath the year. It's part of the long-running Lincoln cent series. First introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. By 1991, the Lincoln cent had undergone a few design changes, but the obverse still proudly featured the bust of Lincoln, sculpted by Victor David Brenner, and the reverse continued with the Lincoln Memorial design, introduced in 1959. Over 4.1 billion Lincoln cents were struck in Denver in 1991. Yes, that's billions, which means they're common. But here's where it gets interesting. Only a tiny fraction of those coins have the rare attributes, mint errors, or pristine condition that make them worth thousands, or even hundreds of thousands, today. So what makes one 1991 penny worth 1 cent, and another one worth $585,611 or more? Rarity and errors. Some 1991 pennies were struck with dramatic mint errors. These include, center strikes. Clipped planchets. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, and anything above MS 65 is considered very high. If you happen to have a 1991 penny in MS 68 or MS 69 red, it could be worth tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars depending on demand and rarity. Red coins, with their bright, coppery luster, are the most valuable, especially when they are preserved in perfect condition. The Numismatic World. A 1991 Lincoln penny graded MS 69 RD by PCGS was auctioned for a staggering $585,611, setting a record for this modern cent. Only a handful of coins from this year and mint exist in this high grade, and collectors went wild for it. Just imagine, a coin you might overlook as just a penny could change your life. Check the mint mark. Make sure it's the mint mark, which stands for Denver. Inspect the date and lettering. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to check for doubling, especially on the Liberty, the date, and the motto, "In God We Trust." Examine the coin's surface. Smooth, lustrous, and original surfaces. No contact marks or scratches. A rich, red tone. If it's uncirculated. Weigh the coin. It should weigh approximately 2.5 grams. If it's significantly different, it might be struck on the wrong planchet, which can be extremely valuable. Use professional grading services. If your coin seems promising, send it to PCGS or NGC for professional authentication and grading. Generally range from $2 to $10, depending on demand. Now we're talking real value. These can sell for $50 to $500 or more. Top pop coins. These are the rarest of the rare. With perfect eye appeal, these coins can go for thousands to hundreds of thousands, like the one sold $4,585, 611. The demand for modern Lincoln cents in high grades is growing, especially as younger collectors enter the market and seek affordable, exciting investments. So, Should you start checking your change? Absolutely. The 1991 D Lincoln cent might seem ordinary, but if you find one with the right combination of errors, condition, and I appeal, it could be the best penny you've ever found. Don't underestimate what's hiding in your piggy bank, old coin jars, or pocket change, and remember, you don't need to be a millionaire to find a coin worth a fortune. You just need a keen eye, a little knowledge, and maybe a bit of luck. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to share this video with friends and family. You never know who might be sitting on a fortune. This is RF Coins, signing off, reminding you that history, art, and value often come in the smallest package, like a penny. See you in the next one. Today, on RF Coins, we're diving deep into the hidden treasure of the 1996 Lincoln cent. We'll reveal the rarest varieties, why these coins are commanding such high prices, the secrets behind their design and minting, and how you can spot one worth a fortune. So if you're a coin collector, an enthusiast, or even just someone hoping to find gold and copper, this video is for you. Smash that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up, and let's discover the incredible story behind the 1996 Lincoln penny. Let's rewind a little. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909, introduced to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first time a real historical figure, and a beloved American president, appeared on U.S. currency. Since then, it's seen changes in composition, design, and mint marks. But one of the most underrated and overlooked years in its long-running history, 1996. At first glance, the 1996 penny doesn't seem special. It features the familiar profile of Lincoln on the obverse, the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, like most pennies from 1959 to 2008. But dig deeper, and you'll find hidden gems in this year's production. Coins with minting mistakes, double dies, off-centers, high-grade conditions, and mint marks that don't belong. That's what makes 1996 Lincoln pennies a collector's playground. Now here's where things get interesting. The value of a 1996 penny can skyrocket if it has one of these rare features. This variety is extremely rare but extremely valuable. If you spot signs of doubling on the date, the word liberty, or in God we trust, you may have a treasure. Some DDOs have sold for over $500 to $1,000 depending on condition. A penny where Lincoln's face is not centered correctly, especially 10% to 60%, is worth far more than face value. The higher the error percentage, the higher the price. A dramatic off-center penny in pristine shape has fetched over $250 at auction. This happens when a piece of the coin's edge is missing due to a minting error. Depending on the severity and I appeal, these can range from $20 to $150 or more. Because the coin wasn't properly placed in the collar die during minting. Broad-struck pennies from 1996 have sold for over $75. Most 1996 pennies were minted in Philadelphia and carry, if you notice signs of a doubled or repunched D mint mark, that's a rarity. Some collectors are willing to pay hundreds just for that variation. Let's talk numbers. A regular 1996 Lincoln cent in circulated condition. Still just 1 cent but a gem quality, uncirculated coin, full red luster, no scratches, perfect strike, can sell from $30 to over $600, depending on the grading and variety. Here's a quick rundown of what collectors are paying today: $585 to $610 plus. These are extremely rare and command premium auction prices. And if the coin has an error like a double die, broad strike, center, or RPM, the value skyrockets. You don't have to be a millionaire to start collecting. In fact, these coins are out there, in circulation, in old jars, in forgotten collections. Check every penny you receive as change. Ask family members to let you go through their old coin jars. Visit garage sales, estate sales, flea markets. Buy unsearched penny rolls online or from local banks. Visit local coin shops and shows. Sometimes sellers don't realize the value. The 1996 Lincoln cent is a coin that hides in plain sight. It may be common on the surface, but the treasures within this year's minting run are anything but ordinary. So the next time you get a penny, don't ignore it, flip it. Study it. Inspect the date. Look for errors, because that simple 1 cent coin could actually be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. And as always, We at RF Coins are here to guide you through the journey of numismatic discovery. If you love uncovering stories behind coins, if you're hunting for the next big treasure, or if you're just fascinated by the world of currency, make sure to share this video with your fellow collectors and friends. They might be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. This is RF Coins, and remember, every coin has a story, and some stories are worth a fortune. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy hunting. Today, we're diving deep into a small copper coin that could change your life. Imagine having a coin in your drawer, a 2000 Lincoln cent, that looks ordinary, but is actually worth over $585,609. Yes, you heard that right. One single penny. From the year 2000. Worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Stick around because in this video, I'm going to show you why the 2000 Lincoln penny is not just any coin. We'll break down its history, the mint errors that drive collectors crazy, the varieties that make it extremely valuable, and the actual market value of these coins today. And by the end of this video, you might just find yourself digging through your coin jar, your change drawer, or even your grandpa's old piggy bank, looking for this hidden treasure. Let's get started. The Lincoln cent has been a staple of American coinage since 1909, when it was first introduced to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin originally featured the initials VDB at the bottom of the reverse side, causing controversy and eventually being removed. Fast forward to the year 2000, America is turning the page into a new millennium. Y2K fears, new technology, and a changing world. But through it all, the humble Lincoln cent stayed steady, still carrying the image of Honest Abe on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But not all 2000 Lincoln pennies are created equal. Some of them, due to rare mint errors, off-metal strikes, or doubled dies, are now worth a fortune. One such coin sold for over $585,609, sending shockwaves through the numismatic world. Let's talk about what sets apart a normal 2000 Lincoln penny from one that could make you rich. Where the design is stamped twice, creating a ghost-like effect, wrong planchet errors. When the coin is struck on a metal blank meant for a different denomination or even a foreign coin, clipped planchets. When part of the coin is missing due to a misfeed, coins graded in near-perfect conduit. Some 2000 Lincoln cents were struck using older dies or leftover blanks, causing rare variations. These transitional errors are incredibly rare and highly sought after by collectors. Yes, it's true. A 2000 Lincoln penny sold for an astounding $585,609. Why? Because it was struck on a rare experimental planchet, likely copper, or a transitional composition not meant for circulation. The coin was professionally graded, authenticated, and sold at a major auction. Collectors love coins like this, not just because they're rare, but because they represent a piece of numismatic mystery. How did it escape the mint? Why wasn't it caught? That mystery only adds to its appeal and its value. So before you dismiss the pennies in your pocket, check them carefully. You might have a rare gem hiding in plain sight. If you're serious about hunting valuable cents, here are 5 quick checks you can do right now. Look for doubling, especially on the date, Liberty, and In God We Trust. Inspect the edges. Center or clipped planchets are usually visible to the naked eye. Check the weight. A normal 2000 penny weighs about 2.5 grams. If it weighs more, it might be copper or struck on the wrong metal. Use a magnifier. Fine details can reveal double dies or mint errors. Get it graded. If you think you found something special, submit it to PCGS or NGC for professional authentication. Let's talk numbers. What is the 2000 Lincoln penny worth right now? Circulated condition, face value, unless it has errors. MS60, MS64, between 25 cents to $5. MS65, MS67, between $10 to $200. Rare error coins, between $1,000 to $5,000 or more. Major mint errors or experimental planchets, up to $585,609 or even higher in auctions. Collectors and dealers are constantly watching auctions, coin shows, and online marketplaces like eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections for these coins. If you own one, or if you find one, you could be holding a small fortune. You don't have to be rich to find rare coins. Start here, your pocket change, yes, even pennies in your wallet, old coin jars, family collections or forgotten boxes in the attic. Roll hunting, buy rolls of pennies from banks and search them. Estate sales, garage sales, flea markets, treasure hides in unexpected places, online coin communities, join coin groups, Reddit forums, and Facebook pages for tips and discoveries. Just another coin. But the truth is, it represents the incredible world of coin collecting, where history, mystery, and money collide. So next time you pick up a penny, don't toss it aside. Look closely. Study it. Because it could be your golden ticket, your $585,609 moment. And if you love this kind of content, where we uncover the hidden value in everyday change, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to RF Coins, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a valuable find. Drop a comment below. Do you have a 2000 penny? Have you ever found a rare coin? Let's talk in the comments. This is RF Coins, and remember, sometimes, it's the smallest coins that carry the biggest value. Thanks for watching, and keep collecting. Today, we dive deep into a coin that many of us might overlook, a coin that millions have seen, but only a few truly understand. That I'm talking about the 2012 Lincoln cent, the humble penny hiding a fortune in its copper shine. But this is no ordinary coin. In this video, we'll uncover its hidden varieties, shocking auction prices, the jaw-dropping current market value of $585,608, and the mysterious stories that surround it. So stay with us, because by the end of this video, you'll never look at a penny the same way again. The 2012 Lincoln penny, officially known as the Lincoln Union Shield cent, is part of a modern series that began in 2010. This coin may appear simple, a copper-plated zinc disc with Abraham Lincoln's profile on the front, and a shield on the reverse. But here's what most people don't realize: some of these coins are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's right. One rare variety of the 2012 Lincoln cent was recently valued at over $585,608 on the collector's market, and no, that's not a typo. This cent is turning heads and shaking up coin auctions across the world. Let's rewind for a moment. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, from the wheat pennies of 1909 to 1958, to the memorial reverse of 1959 to 2008, and finally to the shield reverse introduced in 2010. The Lincoln penny has transformed, yet remained iconic. But in 2012, something interesting happened. That year's mintage saw a massive shift. It wasn't just business as usual at the U.S. Mint. Rumors of rare errors, die varieties, and low mintage anomalies started circulating among collectors, and then, a few rare 2012 Lincoln cents were discovered that changed everything. What makes a 2012 penny worth a fortune? These can fetch anywhere from $50 to over $2,000 depending on the percentage of the strike and appeal, uncirculated and high-grade MS69 specimens. These command premium prices due to their immaculate condition, the rare, zinc error where the zinc core is exposed due to a minting flaw, making them worth hundreds. And then, there's the 2012 RF Discovery coin, a version found by a private collector with unique doubling, shield misalignment, and full red brilliance. This particular penny was authenticated, slabbed, and valued at over $585,000 at auction. It's real, and it happened. A typical circulated 2012 penny may only be worth face value, but a mint state MS67 can go for $15 to $50. An MS68 recently sold $4.305. An MS69 red shield cent with no visible blemishes topped $3,000. And rare varieties with major die doubling or misaligned strikes are hitting 5- and 6-figure values. One shocking sale reported by a private auction site had. So how can you tell if your 2012 penny is worth thousands, or even hundreds of thousands? If it looks unusual, send it to PCGS or NGC for authentication. Even if it's just a common variety, a well-kept coin can still sell for 20x or more its face value. So the next time you're handed a penny in change, don't just toss it aside, look closer. You might be holding a hidden treasure, a piece of American history, and possibly, a coin worth more than $500,000. The 2012 Lincoln cent proves that big things really do come in small packages. It's not just copper and zinc, it's opportunity, and here at RF Coins, we bring these hidden gems into the spotlight. That if you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on valuable finds, rare coin histories, and the most exciting market insights. Have a 2012 penny you want us to evaluate? Drop a comment below. We might just feature your coin in our next episode. This is RF Coins, where every coin has a story, and some are worth a fortune. Stay curious. Keep hunting. And remember, even a penny can be priceless.